Hi, I'm Zach Louie. I play bass guitar.
Hi, I'm John Petro and I play the drums.
I'm Logan Castle, rhythm guitar, lead vocals.
Tim Panos, lead guitar.
And we are
Combat Corduroy.
And we're going to Europe. Hey, we're Combat Corduroy. Thanks for checking out our Kickstarter. We're here at Koya's Productions in Richland, Michigan.
Which is the home base of Combat Corduroy. So to be clear with everybody, the reason that we're asking for money is to help fund our trip to Europe, meaning our tour, which is going to be about 6 to 7 weeks, and to be able to document that to the best of our ability.
This will be our band's first tour of Europe, and get this, we're going to film the whole thing.
It's gonna be good.
So we've done this before. We extensively filmed our last tour from Wisconsin to Boston and back.
You want to go to the falafel place? Because I sure don't.
Let's just go this way, see what's there.
Falafel King's there.
The Falafel King, you want to do that one street, all right?
Okay.
Should be another right, and then you're going to go down.
Tim was with us for the majority of it, hopping in the van about halfway through the tour.
This is Tim.
Hi, nice to meet you. Close to Albany, way closer to Albany than Utica.
New York.
Rochester.
Rochester.
Yeah.
Tim is from Kalamazoo. And this gentleman just mentioned a name of someone.
Yes, Ian Howe.
And Tim happens to know him.
Oh, yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
That's a small world.
I got a crazy story.
Like, I don't even know anybody from Kalamazoo.
Through the good, the bad, the beautiful, and the broken down vans, we eventually made it home.
There's a link below to the webisodes we created from last tour. We tape everything while we're out on the road. This will give you an idea of the quality you can expect in our new documentary. A pledge of just $50 or more will get you a signed copy of the DVD documenting our upcoming tour.
You can get first-hand experience of being in the back of a van, touring with a band.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to be in a band, to travel around the country, all the crazy antics and things that go along with it, this is going to give you the opportunity to see that. And you're going to be able to see it in Europe, which is going to be awesome. So, a lot of you may be asking yourselves, why Europe?
Why Europe?
Valid question. One of the most important things that you can do as a musician, if you're taking it seriously, is try and find ways to reach a wider audience.
To tour and put our music out there.
We know that based on the work we put into it by traveling and doing just what we've done, the meager amount of traveling we've done in the States so far has opened up major doors for us. And you know, working our way into Chicago over the last year and a half, all the way up to the Hard Rock, it's just been so gratifying, you know, to see and meet people, the new fans, the new faces, and we want to continue that on a much bigger level, and that's the idea here. That's the plan. Any band that can pull off a tour in general, let alone in Europe, successfully without a major label, is going to be recognized for those efforts. Definitely stands out on your resume and your press kit. And that shows people what we've accomplished. Either you're a nationally touring band or an internationally touring band. If you are an internationally touring band, you are much, much more likely to get into major festivals, things like South by Southwest, Lollapalooza.
We're also going there to film a documentary on a band's first tour in Europe.
As Logan mentioned, we're shooting a documentary. We'll be documenting the entire trip with professional gear. And we have experience in this, luckily. Our last tour, the Midwest East Coast tour, we shot the entire thing. We documented everything. Everyone in the band learned how to use equipment.
That's a huge part of what we're doing. So all the camera gear and you know, actually getting everything there.
I know that for a lot of people, it probably seems like it's something that may not be feasible, or it's just a huge idea, and it is a huge idea. But it is something today that you can pull off as a band independently.
With the internet, we can share our music, create relationships that are vital for booking shows, and connect with fans all across the globe.
You're able to contact people at an international level now that in a way that you couldn't do before without the internet. 10, 20 years ago, booking a tour in Europe would probably have been next to impossible without a good booking agency working with you.
We do have the support of a lot of friends, family, and peers within the music industry working with us to book our shows in Europe. But we're also doing a lot of the booking, scheduling, and planning of the tour on our own as well.
Spent the last 6 months really hitting the grindstone and looking into the logistics. Is this financially possible? Is this logistically possible with instruments, with transportation? Whether we use the transit system in Europe, are we going to rent a vehicle?
I was looking in Dublin, maybe. We got these pretty cool vans.
These are all things that we've taken into consideration, put a lot of effort into breaking down financially.
Starting with the flight there and ending with the flight home.
Plane tickets are about $1,400 each.
Yep, so it's going to run us up right around $5,000. You know, it depends on the time we leave and where we go, but $4,500 up to $6,000 is what it's going to cost us.
It's definitely pricey to get there, but we can't even get plane tickets without passports. 4 guys, 4 passports, $660. Hopefully we don't need to get vaccinations before we go.
A lot of the expenses are going to be obviously gas money and transportation.
One of the biggest things is how are we going to travel? We have to do that by renting a vehicle, and that's most commonly what bands do. And that's going to be between $3,000 to $4,000. Right in that range.
Just like every state in the US, every country in Europe has varying prices on gas. I guess we should get used to saying petrol. $4 is nothing compared to the average of $9 per gallon in Europe. But you gotta get to the next town somehow.
Obviously, we're going to need places to stay while we're on the road. From what we found, hostel rates are around $27 per person. We plan to stay at hostels hopefully no more than 25 days out of the tour. For 4 members, that puts us at around $108 per night. If we meet our goal, then room and board should cost us around $2,700. The reason this could vary depends on how many other options are available, such as camping, friends, family, and many European venues provide room and board for touring bands.
Food every day, you know, John Petro's got to eat.
I got to keep my belly full.
Be the European equivalent to ramen noodles.
Actually getting everything there. Renting equipment once we get there. All of this is tied into our business plan. Actually, if you look on the right side of the screen, you can see a list of all of the incentives for donations.
Absolutely. Every cent counts. Whether it's $5, $10, we need all the help we can get. And anyone that contributes and helps us out at all will receive something from us in the mail.
For smaller donations and even larger donations, you're still going to be getting copies of the CD. You're going to be getting merchandise, T-shirts, stickers.
Everyone will receive handwritten personal thank yous from us.
We hate asking for anything from the fans.
We want to give.
We're in a position to give as a band and artists.
Different donations give different incentives and gifts, and for larger donations, we've got some pretty cool stuff. We're willing to travel anywhere and put on a private show at your house, and it will be a party. It will be a combat rock fest. We will jam for you like never before.
We're stepping way out of our comfort zone, asking for money. We're trying to put together some things that will really have value.
Like Zach said, we don't want handouts. We want to present, an investment for you, and you receive something from the investment, and you can literally see the growth of the band in the documentary when we get back.
We want people to know that this is a big part of what we're doing. If you give us this opportunity, we want you to be able to experience it with us and see be a part of it, not just fund a trip for us and hope for the best. We want you to have something tangible that you can have for the rest of your life and that you can watch over and over again and really see what we did.
We were talking to fans, friends, and family about Kickstarter. We found that you might not be familiar with it. Where does my money go? What if you don't reach your goal? Do I get a refund? We want to be clear. Don't worry. The Kickstarter program will not accept your donation until we have met our goal.